Hey, board game fans, this is Matt. It's been a while, but I'm going to continue my task of playing my various Steam apps, or Steam board game apps, that is. Today's going to be one of my favorites. That's Lords of Waterdeep, based on the Dungeons and Dragons IP. This is a board game that was put out by Wizards of the Coast under Hasbro. It's set in the Forgotten Realms, but it's not a Dungeons and Dragons game. It's a worker placement game, more of a traditional Euro style board game. A little bit of resource management, and a pretty simple economy. It's worker placement, though. That's its key component. I'm going to go ahead and set up a one-player game just using the base game without the expansions. At some point, I'll probably post a video with the expansions, but if I play with those, it's a very long game. Without them, it should be a little more pithy. And if I'm only playing one player instead of multiplayer, it should also go a little quicker, since I only have one player to worry about. I'm going to play. I'm going to take my role as the Knights of the Shield with 5. I am going to play with the maximum count of 5 AI opponents. We would start off, if I wanted to play with all the expansions, I can actually play at 6 players. It expands it out 1 player. I am going to explain the game a little bit. It's may not be a proper teach, but I'm going to at least explain as much as I can. I'm just going to go ahead and let the first couple of players take their turns before I get to take mine. That doesn't help me a whole lot. Just letting them take their turns so I can explain the game without any distractions. Okay, so in Lords of Waterdeep, the players of the game are playing basically a group of yeah, fine. I'll have to explain this a little better to keep it from getting overly complex. Just waiting for my turn so I can go at my own pace. Okay, it's my turn. So on the board here, and this is a kind of a physical representation of the actual board. There's a score counter that runs along the outside of the track. It starts up here in the corner and goes 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way down and around, and at the bottom of the board, and then back up to 100, and it flips over. In the middle of the board is a map of Waterdeep. This is an actual map that's been used in Dungeons and Dragons products. There is a castle, and there are various little points of interest all over the town. Although there is a king of sorts, I believe he's a king, or at the very least some kind of a duke or baron of the city, as kind of a figurehead leader of the city. The actual city is run by what they call the Lords of Waterdeep, and the Lords are, for lack of a better term, they're like a city council with a lot more power. They each basically have their own motivation, and they have their own goals and objectives, but they're the ones that are responsible to make sure things happen and things get done. They each have their own agendas, but for the most part, they're working towards a similar goal, in that they want to maintain order in the city, but they oftentimes work against each other. There are trade ships that come in and trade. There's inland trade that comes in. There's security concerns with orcs and giants and goblins and undead coming up in the cemetery, and infighting within the city, and gangs and different fights and rogues and assassins and you name it. Whatever you can think of as a problem in a modern city, from sewage and plumbing to construction and licensing and everything else, taxes. These are all the things that have to be dealt with, and the king doesn't want to deal with it, so it basically is up to these lords. The lords, this is the thematic part of this game, and it's true in the actual game of the actual city of Waterdeep in the role-playing game, the lords don't know each other's identities. They wear magical cloaks and masks that obscure their sex, obscure their size, obscure their appearance, obscure their voice, so they don't know who each other are. They meet in secret locations, they deal with things, and then they go their different ways, and they go back to their regular worlds where they take off their masks, and maybe they have a public persona, maybe not. The various people in the city think they know who the different lords are, but for the most part, they don't know who they are. So we don't know each other's identities. Part of that identity is, this is our face up in the left, but this is who we really are. So in this game, I am playing Nindil Jalbrook, a good-natured halfling and a man of the people who has since been replaced by a doppelganger named Halavin. So technically, I'm a ghost, because I'm a lord. I make my appearance in public as a halfling, but in actuality, I'm a doppelganger. Not all that important. This is just theme, but this part and the lower part, and each of us have our own lord. This gives us kind of an end game objective. My end game objective is, by the end of the game, I get 4 points. That's what this little hexagon is with a number in it. That always equates points for each piety quest and each skullduggery quest I complete. So I'm trying to find as many piety and skullduggery quests and get them into my tavern, which is basically our holdings, and complete them by the end of the game. Other people are going to be going for other objectives, but each of us have our own, and they're secret. We don't know what each other's objectives are. Right now, this is all we know of each other. We're masked lords. How do we accomplish these objectives? Well, we have agents. This is a worker placement game, and in this game, our workers are called agents. That's what this little number is down in the corner. At the beginning of the game, in this player count, every player gets 2 agents. The agents, they send out into the city to various locations to get stuff done, because we're not going to dirty our hands, doing things. These guys are our hands. These guys are the ones that are going to get dirty. If we need to get some fighters, these are the guys that are going to go get them. If we need a new quest to accomplish, these are the guys that are going to go get them. Where do we place them? This is where we place them. In the middle of the board, you can see all these little meeple shapes. These are the places where we can send our agents. And I'm going to explain these kind of in order, starting with the basic resources. If we send our agent to the Field of Triumph, we can take 2 fighters from the supply and put them in our tavern. Fighters are represented by little orange cubes. In the board game, they're wooden cubes. In here, they could have done little figures or little meeple shapes, but no, they chose to use just basic cubes. So for 1 agent going here, we get to put 2 of these fighters in our tavern. Whoops. I don't want to do that. At the Grinning Lion Tavern, we can do the same thing, only we get 2 rogues from the supply and put them in our tavern. At the Blackstaff Tower, we can send an agent here to get 1 wizard. Thematically, I suppose it's kind of like an apprentice wizard or somebody who wants to prove themselves. And at the Plinth, we can get a cleric. Those are our 4 basic resources in the game in terms of our manpower. And as you can see, the proportions are about right. I always like to think of this as an economy. There's the in-game economy, and then there's the end-game economy. In the game, 1 wizard or 1 cleric is worth 2 rogues or 2 fighters. In-game. Almost every resource that you find, it's going to be putting the orange and black cubes on an equal basis, and the white and purple on an equal basis. But white and purple are going to be about twice as hard to accumulate as black and orange. That's in-game. End of game, every one of those cubes, no matter what their color is, any of them that you still have in your tavern at the end of the game are going to be worth 1 point. So in a way, the clerics and the wizards are a little bit of a hindrance because they're harder to acquire in-game, but at the end of the game, they're only worth the same amount as the easier to acquire fighters and rogues. With that out of the way, I should also explain money. At the end of the game, for every 2 coins that you have, and coins in this game are represented by these little yellow squares with a hole in them, that represents 1 coin. And there's some that are little crescent symbols. Those are worth 5 coins. But anyway, if you want to get coins, you can send your agent to Aurora's Realms shop. Aurora sells magic items. This is where adventurers come back and get rid of items that they don't need and sell them, and maybe pick up some things that they could use. Scrolls for a cleric or a wizard, or a magical hammer for a warrior, if you will. She basically deals in items, magic items or otherwise. Whatever adventurers want, she has. It's kind of, think of it as kind of a thrift store, or not even that, more of a pawn shop. People have stuff they want, they have that they don't need, and it's a good place to go to get the stuff that you do need. That's where you send your agent to pick up 4 gold coins. That represents the 5 basic resources and the basic resource spots on the board that you can go. But there are other locations you can go to. If you want, you can go to Castle Waterdeep. You send your agent to Castle Waterdeep, you get 2 things. 1, you get to take the first player marker. Right now, Oberyn Ironfist, the gray player, it has the first player token. I am in 3rd position. Not horrible, but if you were in 4th or 5th, you'd be really tempted to take this position because you want to move up in turn order. You don't like acting last because all of a sudden these rare locations disappear and you don't have a good place to go. The other thing that you get to when you send your agent to Castle Waterdeep is an intrigue card. Intrigue cards are kind of like cheat cards. They allow you to do stuff outside the normal rules. I'll explain more of what those are in a second because there's a lot of ways that you can acquire and use them. Let's see. Next I'm going to explain the Cliffwatch Inn. There are 3 different locations in Cliffwatch Inn that you can send your agents. Cliffwatch is where all the adventurers go. This is where they hang out. If you need to hire off somebody or you need to find a quest, if you're an adventurer coming into Waterdeep, you're going to go here and you're going to find a quest. That's what these are up here. There are 4 quests. There's always 4 quests available at Cliffwatch Inn. And when you send your agent to one of these 3 locations, it has a different effect. In this first one, if you send your agent to the first spot, you're going to draw one of the 4 face-up quests, replace it, and get 2 coins. In the second position, you're going to get one of the 4 face-up quests, and you're going to draw an intrigue card. In the last position, because sometimes what you want isn't up here, this one allows you to reset this by discarding all 4 of them, not 2 or 3 of them, but all 4 of them mandatory. Put 4 new ones out there, and then you can go ahead and pick one of the 4 that are up. You have to, in fact. And it's into your best interest to get them. This is not a punishing game in terms of your quests. You don't get punished for not completing quests at the end of the game. So don't feel, like you feel obligated to complete every one of them. You can have 20 quests and only complete 3 and you're fine. It's not like Ticket to Ride. In Ticket to Ride, if you take a ticket and you don't complete it, you're going to get penalized at the end of the game. Lords of Waterdeep doesn't punish you. That's how you acquire the different quests. And it's got 3 completely separate locations that don't block each other. Next, we're going to go to Builder's Hall. Builder's Hall is where you can put a new worker location into play. And they're going to end up over here on the right side of the board. Only one player can place their agent in any one of these spaces. But here is particularly kind of blocking. Once you place it here, you purchase one of the 3 face-up buildings, and the cost is in the upper left-hand corner in coins. You pay that cost, and then you put this building in play. You acquire any victory points that have accumulated on it. That's what's in the lower right-hand corner. And then in the physical version of the game, you would put one of your little chits in the corner to show that you own it. This game will put one in there as well. From that point on, that location is considered to be yours. Every player can send their worker there, their agent there, but because you own it, you get a little bonus. If you send your agent there or any other player sends their agent there, they'll take the effect that's on the card. So for instance, in the Tower of the Order, if this is in play, and when you purchase it, and at the start of every round, you're going to put a purple wizard token marker on it. Then when anybody puts their agent on it, they'll take it. It's kind of just like going to Blackstaff Tower, except if nobody goes there, at the start of the next round, you're going to put another purple token there. And if nobody takes it, at the beginning of the next round, you'll put another one. So it could build up to more than one. Now, will it? I don't know. But at the very least, it has the potential to put more than one on there. Now, if somebody else goes to this space, they will get the reward, and then you'll get what is down here in the owner section. So if somebody puts their agent here, they're going to get their one purple wizard, and you're going to get a draw an intrigue card. That's what the bonus is on this card. If you send your agent here, you're going to get the wizard token, but you will not get the owner bonus. The only time you get the owner bonus is if somebody else uses it. And there are exceptions to this, but it's a rule breaker thing, and we'll get to that later if it comes up. As you can see, these two both have the exact same owner bonus. They just give you 2 coins because they're both related to money. So at the stone house, whoever goes here, they get a coin for every building tile that's in play. Not just ones they own, but every one that's in play. That doesn't include these in the middle. It just includes the ones that are over in the building row. And this one is a flexible one. Smuggler's Dock. When you send your agent here, you're going to spend 2 coins, and then you're going to get any combination of orange and black tokens, fighters and rogues, up to 4. So you can get 4 orange, 4 black, 2 orange and 2 black, or any combination therein. It's a nice resource swing, but it is going to cost money. Now here's the other thing about Builder's Hall. Right now, all 4 of these buildings, coincidentally, all cost 4 to be able to play them. Only players who have at least 4 coins can even go here. If you can't afford it, you can't send your agent there just to block it. You also can't send your agent there and then not buy something if you can afford it. You have to buy it. So there are certain limitations to being able to go to Builder's Hall. You will only be able to buy 9 buildings in the game. There's only 8 rounds, so they're accounting for 8 purchases plus a bonus purchase. It can happen. It rarely happens that somebody actually maxes it out, but it is possible. The last location on the base board is Waterdeep Harbor. Waterdeep Harbor is a first-come, first-serve location. This is where you go. Think of this as like the docks. You're going down to the seedy docks where the lowest bars are located, where longshoremen come off of ships after a long, who knows how long they've been at sea or adventuring, or even pirates. It's a shady part of town. This is where shady things happen, at least in terms of the normal Waterdeep. When you send your agent to Waterdeep Harbor, you're going to take the first available position. So Oberyn sent his already. He put it in the first position. Laeral Silverhand did as well, into the second position. So now only the third position is left. When you send your agent to Waterdeep Harbor, this is where you get to play your intrigue cards. So you can get one at Waterdeep Harbor, you can get one at Cliffwatch Inn, and you could get one from other buildings. But this is the only place on the base board where you can actually play them. So this is where I'm going to explain what these cards are. At the beginning of the game, all players, in addition to getting their agent, their end game goal, their persona, they get to draw. At the time, they drew 2 quests. I've since gotten 2 more because these 2 guys both played an ability that let me get 1 more. And you also drew 2 intrigue cards. Intrigue cards you can play on your turn, and it doesn't take an ability. It does require you to place an agent here to play this. The 2 that I have, Tax Collection, you play this at Waterdeep Harbor. There's all flavor text on here. I won't go over this, but like death and taxes, the only thing certain in Waterdeep is taxes. So with this card, I could take 4 coins from the supply, and then each opponent can pay you 4 coins to score 4 points. Now remember what I said, at the end of the game, every 2 coins is worth a point. So this is actually doubling up your value. If I played this at the end of the game, it'd be more likely to be taken by my opponents. If I play it early in the game, though, money is probably more important than points. But near the end of the game, if they have 4 coins in their tavern, that's only worth 2 points. So they're giving me 4 coins, which of course means giving me 2 points, but they're going to get 4 points in the end. So it's a good deal for both sides, really. The other card I have says take 4 coins from the supply, choose an opponent. That opponent takes 2 coins from the supply. So I get a big benefit. One of the other players gets a little benefit. That's kind of what the cards are like. All the cards kind of benefit you. Some of them will leave a lesser benefit to the other players or a select other player. Other times it does bad stuff to another player. Sometimes it does something good for me but bad for them, like maybe I steal something from them. There are also mandatory quests. Mandatory quests are ones that get played from your intrigue deck, and whoever you play them on, they have to complete one of those before they can complete one of their regular quests. That's the next thing I'm going to go over. There's no limit to the number of intrigue cards you have in your hand. But remember, the same thing goes as with Builder's Hall. If you don't have any intrigue cards, you can't go to Waterdeep Harbor. You can only go here if you have cards to play. And after you've gone here a few times, you're probably going to need to go to locations that let you draw the cards. In the base version of Lords of Waterdeep, there's only a handful of locations that produce, basically each one of these locations, this is the only place you get coins. This is the only place you get warriors. This is the only place you get rogues. So it's a very competitive base board. If we were playing with the expansions, there'd be a lot more variety and a lot more temptation, a lot more various locations you can go. And your intrigue cards are a lot more valuable in this mode because these resources are so hard to acquire. Sometimes the only thing you can do is get them off of cards. Mine only give me coins, so it becomes more important if I have quests that require coins. So here's the 4 quests that I have in my tavern right now. I have a warfare quest to raid a orc stronghold. I'm going to explain how these work. All quests basically are laid out the exact same way. It's a horizontal card, art, some kind of a flavor text. This is what you need in order to complete it. Thematically, remember, we're Lords of Waterdeep. We're trying to do things for other people. People need help. You're going to, solve their problems for them. Somebody needs an orc stronghold to be raided. Okay, fine. I will send my agents out into Waterdeep and get the 4 warriors and 2 rogues that are needed to raid this orc stronghold. Thematically, that's what's going on. Once you have those 4 orcs and 2 rogues, 4 fighters and 2 rogues in your tavern, at the end of your turn, you can say you've completed this quest. When you've completed it, you receive the reward. In this case, you're going to get 8 victory points and 4 gold coins. You can only complete 1 quest every turn, or every round. So it doesn't matter if you have enough resources to complete 3 or 4 of them. They're only going to let you do 1 this turn. You're going to have to wait until the end of your next turn before you can complete another one. This quest is an Arcana quest. This one is Recover the Magister's Orb. It needs 3 rogues and 2 wizards. When you complete it, you're going to get 6 victory points, and you're going to get one of these. It's called a plot quest. This gives you an ongoing ability that you're going to have for the rest of the game. Once per round, you can assign one of your agents to a space containing an opponent's agent. It's a really powerful ability, because that means you won't get blocked out of spaces. But remember, my endgame objective is to complete Piety and Skullduggery quests. Neither of these are Piety or Skullduggery. They're Arcana and Warfare. That's the other 2. I should quickly explain what those are. Warfare quests are ones that require warriors, fighters. What are they called? Fighters. You never know. They require fighters. They require physical strength. They require knights, soldiers, muscle. And they always require a larger amount of fighters than anything else. Arcana quests do the same thing with wizards. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're the most, but it does mean that they will be a requirement because they are pretty expensive. Piety quests require clerics. Skullduggery quests require rogues. And there's a 5th version that are called... which one are they called? What are they called? Can't think off the top of my head. Commerce. commerce quests always have coin requirements. In the base game, these are the only 5 types of quests there are. Well, actually, that's the only 5 there are, but there's no other symbols or anything else. And as you can see, they have a wide variety of costs. Some of them have a high cost, some of them have a low cost, and their victory point rewards, are pretty wide and varied. These two both have low victory point costs, but both have pretty good ability things. Some of them give you a ton of points, but nothing else. Some of them even give you a penalty. But they come in all shapes and sizes. I'm just trying to get... Oh, there we are. Okay. So right now, the only quest in my actual tavern that I want to complete, because it's my end game, is this one. Form an alliance with the Rashimi. It gives me 10 points, and it does allow me to get a free draw, basically, of a quest that's in the row. But it's going to require quite a bit of resources to complete it, because it requires 2 clerics. And right now, I can only acquire 1 cleric. So it's going to take a few turns to get there. These other ones still have abilities that are nice, like this one. Even though it's an Arcana quest, it allows me to, once I've paid it, it does require 2 wizards, but I'm going to get one of those wizards back, and I'm going to return one of my assigned agents that have been put out there back into my pool, giving me basically a free turn. So these are both really good, despite the fact they aren't in my field. I didn't explain what the other thing happens with Waterdeep Harbor. In addition to being able to play one of your intrigue cards, you're also going to get an extra action at the end of the round when everybody else is done with their turns. We go around over and over until we've all used up our agents, so in this case, twice. After everybody has placed their second agent, then the player that's in the first position at Waterdeep Harbor can move his agent to another location and take that action. Then the player that's in the second position does it. Then the player in the third position does it. The third position, especially early in the game when there isn't a building in play, is in a very bad position. It's possible they won't have a place that they can send their agent. Because if it's possible that they can't afford what's in Builder's Row, so they can't send it there. It's possible all of the resource ones are full. It could get blocked out early in the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Really, that's kind of the only way that you couldn't get anything to happen is if I had 4 or fewer coins and I had to place in Builder's Hall and everything cost 4 or more. Right now, nothing else can be blocked because everything else is essentially resources or getting cards. But it is also possible that everybody's going to fill those locations and leave you with a Waterdeep Harbor space that you won't be able to play because you don't have any intrigue cards. But I'm going to go to Waterdeep Harbor simply to buy myself a little bit of time because I would like to have some money, I think. Oh, God, this sucks. No, you know what? I'm going to go to Builder's Hall. Because I kind of need the extra wizards, a lot of extra wizards, I'm going to put the Tower of the Order in play. Costs 4, gives me a victory point, and now it has my little gold shield in the corner, which means I own it, and I end my turn. A new building comes out. And next. So somebody else took the other Waterdeep space. Back to me. Since he took the plinth, I'm going to take Blackstaff Tower. If I was playing multiplayer on this, multiplayer hot seat, the game takes a long time. See, they took it. That's fine. It'll get refilled. In one player versus the AI bots, everything just kind of clicks. They're just going to take their turns and zip, zip, zip. You don't need to really worry about what they're doing. Just be aware that they're accumulating victory points and doing stuff. And right now I have 1, and Oberyn has 12, so somebody's got to knock him off his perch. If we were playing this multiplayer hot seat mode, unlike every other hot seat game I've ever played, this one really kind of sucks. It's the one glaring, I think, mistake that the app makes this version. In the app version, in this version's game, I don't know how to explain this. Basically, they do a player-by-player run-through of everything that every player did between your last turn and your current turn. They replay everything or review everything. And so if I'm playing 4 different players, this player is going to review what this person, and this person did since my last turn. Then when I play to this character, it's going to replay that person's action. And when I go to this person, it's going to replay. The game just grinds on forever because it keeps showing everything that everybody did. Most hot seat modes don't do that. You don't worry about what other players do. I don't know why they decided to put that in this game. It's the only time I've ever seen it. Once again, they gobbled up Waterdeep Harbor. I have a 3rd one now. I have a mandatory quest I can throw on somebody. Maybe I should do that. Gum somebody up. But I am also in a position, let's see, I need money to complete that. The plinth, I don't have enough to go to Builder's Hall. You notice the new building came out with 8. It costs 8 to put that in play. But the 2 buildings that stayed in from last, they got another victory point. Every round a building stays in Builder's Hall, they accumulate victory points. So whoever does eventually get that is going to get a nice little pile of points at least. Oh, this bites. Waterdeep Harbor is great. It gives me some money with my cards that I have, but it's not giving me the resources I'm looking for yet. But that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and take that. And I'm going to give Jurisk money because that's all he's got, and it won't help him anymore to get 4 more, or 2 more. I'm certainly not going to help the person that's in first place. Oh, they're completing quests. I'm really kind of in a bad position because all my quests require really expensive adventurers. They're not going to be easy to acquire. I need to check something here. I'm going to turn the sound effects down a little bit. I already turned the music off. It's a little too distracting, even though I enjoy it. Yeah, I can go to my own Builder's Hall again. That doesn't exactly help me. I don't think I'm going to do that well this game, guys, because I need to get Piety and Skullduggery quests. And there were a lot of Piety quests up there originally, but now the ones that are up there are really expensive to pull off. I usually like to spend my first few turns just kind of getting the right quests in my hand, and I'll worry about the resources later as better buildings come out. But I usually play with the expansions, and there's a lot easier ways to shortcut your ability to acquire a lot of resources in a hurry. The base game, it's a bit of a grind. But thankfully I got most of the explanation out of the way, so the rest of the game should go pretty quickly. It only has eight total rounds, so we're already into the second round of 8, and we have only got 2 turns per round until the halfway point when we get a 3rd agent. See, now I can afford another building. I just don't know if I want it. Somebody gave me another agent. That's good. Oh, sweet. Oh, good. I like that. I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to put the smuggler stock in play because it's pretty nice. People will spend money, which basically goes to me, just to get those valuable warriors and rogues. And because you can get more of them there than any other base location, they will go there. Man, there's a lot of coinage in here. Oh, now this sucks, because now I'm going in 4th position. I almost went to Waterdeep Harbor, because I really want to go first. Some of these, it really sucks to go third or fourth. Alright, I'm definitely going to Waterdeep Harbor. Ooh, another good one. The Palace of Waterdeep lets you take the ambassador at the start of your next round. The ambassador basically acts as an extra agent. And the Zora Star is pretty cool too, because this is another one that allows you to place your agent where somebody else has already played it. Anything that allows you to exploit stuff like that is a pretty powerful ability. I already know what I'm doing though. One of mine allows me to get 2 wizards from the supply, and allow one other player to take 1. The question is, who do I want to give that to? Definitely not him. Man, everybody's got so many guys in their tavern. Over here on the right side, it shows you one player's ability, one player's tavern, basically. So this one's got 7 coins and 2 clerics and 2 fighters. This one's got 14 coins and 3 clerics, so forth and so on. Oberyn actually has the fewest, but I don't want to help him because he's way out in front. So I'm going to just go ahead and give it to the orange player. And because I have my purple wizards in play now, I can go ahead and use this. Oh, do I want to do it? I think I do. I don't have to complete this. I can choose to complete it later, but I do have to return the guy that I sent to the harbor. That's the only reason why I hesitated. I'd rather return somebody that's out here, because now somebody else can go in and boom, and now I won't get my free turn, see? But that's fine. I weighed the good and positives. I got my extra guy back. Now I just got to get another cleric and I can complete my piety quest. I'm on the board. That's all I care about. You know, I got 7 points. Yeah, I'm not going to get Waterdeep Harbor. So that sucks, because I have a bunch of intrigue cards. I'd like to play them. I might go to Waterdeep Harbor with one of these actions. I can't go to the plinth. Somebody took that away from me. Oh, this blows. Well, see here, the only problem with this one is that I place my agent here. Okay, and use it. Okay, it doesn't require me to use a second agent. That's what I thought it did, but it doesn't. So I'm going to go ahead and use that, and I'm going to go to the plinth and use the plinth ability. That got me my second cleric. 2 clerics means 2 clerics and a wizard. I can complete form an alliance with the Rashemi. This is going to give me a quest from the Cliffwatch Inn and 10 points. And there's a Skullduggery quest up there I can grab. That works. And done. Oh, because I had a free action, because I put my agent out and pulled him back, I actually have 1 extra agent, so now I'm taking another turn. I am short of all my resources, but if I get 4, I do need extra coins too, unfortunately, but that's fine. Oh, I can't. Somebody already used it. I can get 4 coins by... Oh, now I get my free turn. 4 coins, because there's 4 buildings in play. Can't complete any quests yet, but I'm setting myself up nicely for next turn. I really wanted to go to Waterdeep Harbor, but... Once again, Waterdeep Harbor, everybody's gobbling them up. Ah! They took my 2 wizards. I'm going to get 2 coins for that. Well, I'm going to go ahead and buy another building. I need the resources. This is a pretty good one. This one puts 2 rogue tokens on the space that can be picked up. But what's nice about this one is that it's owner ability. So if other players use it, I get a free rogue. Anything that gets me resources for nothing is better, I think, than victory points or coins. It's nice to be able to get your rogues, your warriors, your clerics without having to send your agents out to get them. It's nice to get free stuff. Of course, somebody needs to actually use it, and somebody did. So at least I have one. Waterdeep Harbor is still open. I think I'm going to use it. Got some good cards. I don't quite have enough to complete the quest, so I'm going to go ahead and go here. Now this one gives me any one of these benefits. Call in a favor. I can get 4 coins, 2 fighters, 2 rogues, a wizard or a cleric. And my current quests... It won't let me... Oh, my current quests... I won't be able to complete any of these with what I'm going to get with this card. But I can narrow it in a little bit, I think. Let's see. Any of these giving me anything? No. What does everybody have? Oh! This is good. No, I'm going to do a little attack card here. Each opponent has to remove a wizard from their tavern and returns it to the supply. Everyone that can't do it, I get to draw an intrigue card. And I just looked. 3 of the players have wizards in their supply. So those 3 guys are all going to have to discard one. Lariel doesn't, so I'll get to draw an intrigue card. That's a pretty good attack. An arcane mishap. Doesn't get me a whole lot, essentially. It only gets me a card, but it does slow down everybody else by taking away a wizard. As I explained before, wizards are not cheap resources. Ugh. Alright, so once again, I'm left with the decision. I can either get a bunch of coins. I can get 5 coins because there's 5 buildings in the Builder's Row. I can go get a quest. 4 coins from Aurora's is less valuable. I can get 2 rogues from the Grinning Lion, though. I do need rogues. But here's the thing. I think going first is more important. Because I'm right now going 4th, and I don't like going 4th. Or 3rd. Yeah, 4th. I'm going 4th right now. And I get to draw a card. Okay, and I got 2 mandatory quests out there now. Now I'm going to move first. And, because it's the 5th round, we got another agent. So now I got 3 agents in play. Boom. I'm going to do what everybody else did. I'm going to go to Waterdeep Harbor right away. I am going to do something to slow somebody down by playing a mandatory quest on them. I'm going to place it on the orange character. And end of turn. Keep giving me those coins, baby. Okay, I can go to Waterdeep Harbor again. I could go to Builder's Hall, put another building in play. Get me some more resources. God, I just don't need more coins, but it's like I keep going after the builder strategy, and I'm not really doing a builder strategy. You know what? I'm going to go to Waterdeep Harbor, because I still have a bunch of these to use. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use this, and I'm going to get a cleric. And turn. I still could go to Builder's Hall. I could go to the Plinth if they haven't used it. If I go to the Plinth, I complete a quest. I am going to go to the Plinth. And I'm going to complete this, which is going to give me a ton of fighters. So I should be able to complete the raid and Orc Stronghold at some point, even though it's not one of my more desirable quests to complete. I really do not like that. I might go to reset the quests. I can't believe nobody's gone to Castle Waterdeep. I'm going to get first player again. Ooh, that's right, I get my 2 free plays yet, too. So here's the thing. All 3 of these are fantastic for me. If I go to Castle Waterdeep, I'm going to preserve my ability to go first. If I go to Builder's Hall, I'm going to put another good building in play. And resetting this and taking a new quest is also pretty desirable. Shoot. The thing is, there's 3 actions. What is Orange going to do? He's got money, so if I don't go to Builder's Hall, he will. He's already got a bunch of quests, so I don't think he'll go there. He might want to go first, though, because right now he's going 4th. Oh, man, this is such a interesting twist here. I'm going to go to Builder's Hall, just to see if I'll block him. Maybe he will go here and reset those. I don't know. This is worth 3 points, but it's basically only a coin generator. This is a point generator, and this one's going to get me warriors, which isn't really something I need. I would like to get that ambassador out there, though. I think somebody will definitely grab that every turn, so it'll generate points for me. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is more in this is like three points in the hand, but this is like 2 points, 2 points, 2 points every round it gets used. So let's see. Oof. Not great buildings for me. But I was able to complete Raid Orc Stronghold, so I'll go ahead and do that. Gets me 8 points, and then another 4 coins. I lose coins, I gain coins, but I never have to go to the Aurora's Realm shop to get them. So right now we're in first place, guys. I have 36 points. Green has 32. Orange or red, I'm not exactly sure what they would call that, and the blue are both at 24, and Oberyn in gray is at 21. And I still have another action, and I got my... Where did he go? Oh, he took the ambassador. So I gave him an alternative. That's good, because I wanted to go here. I'm already going to go first, so that's great. Piety? Well, that's the only piety quest. It's not worth any points, though. This would have been great to have in the opening round, because it would give me a free resource, a free adventurer every turn, or every round. Now it's not worth that much, but still it counts as one of my desirable quests. And I get to go first again. Yay! So we look at what do I need. Oh yeah. The ambassador actually goes first, but that's fine. Now if I wanted to take the ambassador, I could. I wouldn't be able to use it till the beginning of next round, but I want to complete these 2. So this one requires 4 rogues, which I could get just by going to the smuggler stock. This one's going to require a little more because it requires a little bit of everything. So I'm going to go ahead and go here. I won't have the coins though, of course, because I've traded 2 coins in to get these 4 rogues, but that's fine. I'm setting myself up. That was a good one. Yeah, did it build? Anytime you can get 2 for 1. And I got 1 for that too, so that's good. Yeah, Waterdeep Harbor is always nice. I'll probably go there next. If I get a chance. Ooh, they gave it to me! Thank you! I needed a cleric, thank you very much. Just for that, I won't give you a mandatory quest. Oh, I could steal somebody's yes, I'm going to do that. Free drinks! Remove an opponent. Remove a one token from an opponent's tavern and place it in yours. So I'm going to use this on green to take a cleric. Not quite enough to complete my quest. Oh yeah, it is. Oh no, I don't have a wizard. I still need a wizard. That's alright. Easy to acquire, easy to acquire. Not quite as easy now. Okay. I can get a lot of coins. I think I will go there and get a lot of coins. Set myself up nicely. That lets me complete the Skullduggery quest. And now any other Skullduggery quests I get are going to be worth an extra 2 points. But we're getting pretty late in the game. It's already round 6. There's only 2 more rounds left, so... Some things are really nice to get early in the game because they'll trigger more. But I'm liking this. I'm in the 40s. I'm up there with the leaders. I really need to complete that piety quest, which means I need to get a wizard at some point. Can't get a wizard, but I could either get another cleric, 4 more coins, which is okay, but nothing really requires them. Oh no, I thought I was going to get a choice of Cliffwatch, but they took that. Oh, great. I don't really need the extra card, and I'm already going first, so I don't need to go to Castle Waterdeep. I don't really want the 4 coins, though. I am in the piety business, so I better get another cleric. Better to have one in the bank. Let's see. Okay, that doesn't do me any good. I don't have anything in my hand that gets me purple. So I'm going to have to go to Blackstaff Tower, and then I can complete this. Wish I would have been able to get that done last round. I do get an extra token. If I'm going to complete that one, I might as well start working towards it. Oh, look at that. 3 piety quests. 3 piety quests. I've got to get to Cliffwatch. Oh, so many choices, so many options. See, here's the thing. I have an intrigue card that lets me spend 2 coins to use at the same space that somebody already used. So if somebody can get to Builder's Hall and buy one of these, I will be able to go to Waterdeep Harbor and also be able to go to Builder's Hall. Or, you know, if they took a location I needed for a resource, but right now nobody's done that except me, and I can't use it on myself. So I think I will go to Cliffwatch. Okay, I wonder if you complete a piety quest, I get an extra 2 points. Take a quest from Cliffwatch, or get 3 clerics when you complete it. Those are all pretty good. These are both worth 10 points, and this one's going to make all the other ones worth an extra 2. And it's actually easy to acquire, or easy to complete, so I'm going to go ahead and take that one. All I need is another cleric. And I got to draw an intrigue card. Awesome. That's a good one. Now I have an even more reason to go to Waterdeep Harbor. If nobody else hogs it. No. No, you don't want to go there. You don't want to go there. Thank you. Now it gives me an option. Okay, now I've got an option. I'm definitely going to Waterdeep Harbor. I got an option here. Option 1, bidding war. I draw cards equal to the number of players. I keep one of the quests. Each one of the other ones basically gives everybody a free quest draw. It's a pretty awesome card. Would have been better earlier in the game. Those are the cards that got us all those extra quests at the beginning of the game, by the way. Or I can bribe an agent. That's the one that lets me take somebody else's action to either buy another building, or there's still nobody's done anything that requires any resources. I could do one of these too. It depends. What do I need? What do I need? I need an extra cleric, really. I'm not worried about this one up here yet. If I can complete this one, great, but this is one I really want to get done. All I need is a cleric. I'm going to use this. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I have 8 coins, so I can afford it. Playing 2. I'm going to go to the Builder's Hall. I wanted to buy this building, and I can't because I only have 6 coins. Shoot. Oh, that didn't work out as well as I wanted. Let's see. I can get a bunch of victory points, take a face-up quest, or... it's another one that lets you draw intrigue cards. I don't know, I might undo this. I don't really have any other options, though. I really wanted the House of Horrors, or Heroes, Horrors, because that would give me the one cleric just from somebody using it. Oh, man. I don't think it's advantageous to put more of this stuff in play. Because right now I've already got more buildings than I'm going to need. I could have just gone to the plinth and got it over with, but... oh, dang it. Well, I'm going to go ahead and build this. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Done. That would have been awesome too, but notice they're both 8. Now watch other players use my buildings and give me all the coins I need to buy them, but that's fine. Okay. Oh, I'm not going... yeah, I'm still going first. I can't believe nobody's taken first place from me. First position. Plinth. It's still available. I didn't think it was going to be available. So I still got this to complete it. And, because it's a piety quest... it didn't trigger itself, of course. I have 2 of those, though, that trigger. Start of the round, I get a token. There we go, now I don't have to worry about purple. Okay, so, if I complete a piety quest, I get an extra 2. That's the one that got me the free token. Okay, so that's it. I thought I had another one. Alright, I need quests, and we got a bunch of them here that get us quests, so this is great. Okay, we are going to go grab us some free quests. Oh, this is a different one. This one allows us to choose a specific type, and we draw cards until we reveal one of the chosen type and keep it. This one gives everybody a free quest. But it isn't restricted to just one type, so it could be a little bit of everything. I'm going to go ahead and use that. It's late in the game. It's the last round. Probably isn't going to be useful. Oh, look at that, baby. 25 points, but it requires so many rogues, and I just don't have the ability to get them. I don't think I can get there either. I really want piety, and none of these came up piety. I'm amazed, though. 4 of them are skullduggery. That's pretty good. Okay, so I'm kind of looking at points here. This is a quest that basically, it costs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it only gets me 6. So it really doesn't equal out, and this ability probably may not even trigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gets me 0. But whenever I play an intrigue card, I get 2 points. That's pretty cool if I get it out early. It's too late in the game to take advantage of it. This one gives me a good ratio because it only costs 8 points and it gets me 21 points. But am I going to be able to gather that many resources in this round? No. Oh, this sucks. These absolutely suck. The only one I can really have any chance to complete is this one. Hopefully nobody has the resources to complete these, because that would really suck if those guys got 20 and 25 points. But it's the 8th round. It's unlikely they're going to have it unless they just happen to have all those resources already. Oh, this is going to be close, guys. 58, 60, 51, 64, 52. Oh, he just jumped up to 85 points. Oh boy, oh boy. He just got 20 points. So he's up into the 70s. Oh man, this sucks. He just got 11 points. He's into the 70s. So I went from being right amongst the leaders to being distantly behind all 4 of them. Oh, this sucks. They all just completed a quest. Oh, they suck. And now I got 6 lousy points. 6 and 6. Once per round you can assign it. That doesn't help me at this point. Oh, this sucks. I have not completed enough quests in my field. I gotta do this. I gotta choose piety, which is yellow. I don't know why they color-coded those. Well, that's what I got. I need 2 clerics and 4 coins, and it gets me 5 points. So, use 4 points to get 5. That sucks. But at least it's attainable. If these guys use my buildings and give me some coins... Nope, there goes my chance to buy one of those, but that wasn't going to happen anyway, because I don't have the coins. Well, do I want to do it again? I think I do. I'll show you why. We're in the last round. I can finally use this card I had in my opening hand. I'm going to get 4 coins. I'm going to give each of my opponent a chance that if they want, they can pay me 4 coins to get 4 points. And if they're smart, if they have the coins, they should do it. Oh yeah, all 3 of these guys should do it. He doesn't. Erlen doesn't have enough. But the other ones all should do it. It's going to give me a boatload of coins, though. Yep. 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 So that got me a bunch of points. Yeah, I got them some points too, but... Notice I have all 3 of the Waterdeep Harbor, so I'm going to get 3 extra turns at the end of this. Unfortunately, I don't know what I'm going to have available to me to accumulate resources. That doesn't get you anything. If I need purple, I got some options, but I don't need purple. I need white. I need clerics. And there are no clerics available. Oh yeah, this really backfired badly for me. Yeah, this isn't going to end well, guys. There's no way I'm going to do well on this. Yeah, I can go to Waterdeep Harbor. Fantastic. I can get a bunch of cards I can't complete. I could complete the Arcana one if I get a little bit of orange, but I don't think that's going to happen. So I have to look at this in terms of what gets me the most points. This gets me a point. That gets me a point. These are horrible. Absolutely horrible choices. I'm going to get 3 points with these 3 places. I'm going to get 2 points for 2 coins. I'm going to get a point for that purple cube. And I'm going to get a point for the other purple cube. That's all that I'm going to get for this. I can't complete any of these. Oh, that blows. That really, really blows. One point. Oh yeah, that would be great. That would have been great a long time ago. And 1 point. End of game. So let's see how we did. Got 5 points well, half of that. Got 5 points, I guess. 10 points in coins. So I'm not in last place right now. And I completed 20 quests. Gained a whole total of 93 points. So I'm not even in first place. I'm going to finish so far in last place. It's not even funny. I just didn't get alignment. The quests that I needed, the things that I was completing weren't helping my end game, and I wasn't getting the end game quests in the order that I needed to win. But that's fine. I did okay. I got a good score for the base game. Getting around 90 to 100 something is pretty good. I just don't play the base game very much. It's a little bit of a different animal. I prefer playing with the expansions. The AIs generally don't go after their own quests, so I had a pretty good chance of gaining points on them. But man, I didn't finish in last. Finished in 4th of 5. But that's how it went. That is the Lords of Waterdeep, the base version. At some point, I will play with the expansions and give you an experience that is a little more fulfilling, I think, because I love playing with the 2 expansions that are in the game. But it takes a lot. It'll be a lot longer video. This video is a little more than an hour. If I play with the expansions and I play at a full 6-player count, it's probably going to be closer to an hour and a half. Might even be longer than that. But 1 player. If I played multiplayer, it would take a lot longer than that. But maybe in 1 player, it won't take too much longer. Anyway, that was my gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do, like and subscribe. If you subscribe, you'll get a notification whenever I post a new video. I haven't been posting quite as many in the last week. I've had other things going on, and I'm not sure if anybody's even watching these, but if they are, if I see likes or I see some comments, at least I know people are watching them. I try to review if I can. So, any positive return, that's all I want. Thanks. Bye.